I'll let you know. All right, we are live. Hey everyone, Donna Nelson here, founder of the Adopt a Single Mom Project. Welcome. Say hi when you log on. We were having some technical difficulties. Tell us where you're from. I am super pumped for a number of reasons about our expert guest today, Eileen Healey. Before I introduce Eileen, though, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Adopt a Single Mom Project or who we are, what we do, I want to just give you a little bit of familiarity about us so that if there's a way that you can support us or we can support you, I want to make sure that we connect. So the Adopt a Single Mom Project, our home base is out of northeastern Pennsylvania. We are a membership organization that provides a holistic approach to empowering the working single mom and enhancing her quality of life through mentoring and sustainable resources and social and emotional support so that we can close the gaps that hold her back from thriving. So I started this initiative in November 2017 with the idea and inspiration to gift a few working single moms here in northeastern Pennsylvania at Christmas. So she had a few special gifts, especially for her under the tree. And that first year, purely with friends, family, and the Facebook community, we gifted 30 moms, and we've grown each year with that gifting this past year at 94 moms at Christmas. So it's been exciting. And from that, we have grown to offering more high touch support for meaningful connection for moms in our community, both virtually and face to face. So if you want to learn more about what we do, how to be a member as a working single mom here in northeastern Pennsylvania, how you can support us either by volunteering or make a donation to continue to support our efforts, you can check us out at adoptasinglemom.org and get all of the information there. So here we are today with one of my besties, and she is one of our founding members as a working single mom of the Adopt a Single Mom Project. And she's going to share with us her wisdom and giving freely of her time and service to support us in finding ways to be a better version of ourselves through our money. So right now, well, let me tell you a little bit about Eileen. So Eileen Healey, she's going to actually talk to us about, as I just alluded to, how to start earning money now, even if you can't work. So as we all know and are experiencing, this is a time of uncertainty for so many, whether you're working or not. Many are either working from home, many are rethinking their essential job and thinking about a plan B or alternatives, and many are laid off temporarily, hopefully. And so it's a really great time to think about, how do we make money? How do we prepare ourselves for the future? How do we not feel stressed in times like this because of financial dilemmas? So Eileen's going to talk to us about the things that she has done as an entrepreneur, queen of side hustle. She's an artist of many things. I actually am wearing a pair of earrings that she made today to honor her talent. And she's also a teacher. So she has been a single mom for 10 years, is a full-time high school art teacher, and has experienced and done many things to make money on the side, and she's going to share some of those things with us. So you can find Eileen on social media at Eileen Healey. The links are in the event, and she will make an offer so you guys can learn how to connect with her more. But I want you to know, just beyond the money, the reason that Eileen has been so successful in her efforts. Not only is she a hard worker, which you can tell that from all the stuff that she does, which I said, but I have watched her over the last almost a year and a half totally immerse herself in personal development. And there is, if you want to grow your income, you want to feel better as a human, you want to start thriving and seeing your life move forward, immerse yourself in getting better for you. So a year ago, January, Eileen, this is how we became friends. It actually started really learning more about each other. She came to in my coaching business, my 30-day personal breakthrough. And it's been amazing. So anyway, so ladies, gentlemen, all of our supporters, please welcome Eileen Healey. I know she has some amazing things to share. And I want you to, if you haven't already done this, this is a special ask. Please share this on your timeline. This is a time where so many people really need to be hearing and knowing about options, and seriously, just being inspired by somebody else who's kicking ass, and learning how to be a better version. So anyway, Eileen, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Thanks for being here. You know, this is really a tough time for a lot of people, like Donna said. And, you know, it's just comforting to know when you have extra streams of income and all your income's not just coming from one place. So that being said, I think you can pick my brain a little bit, and I'll share what I've learned over the years, because I've been a teacher for 30 years, and I pretty much always had a side, always, when I was married and now. Are you hearing me okay? Everything sounds okay?
Break it up a little bit.
Yeah. Not sure what to do about that, but hopefully.
Keep going then, you're good.
So just a few things about me. Why don't I just introduce myself and some of the things I've dealt with and why I do what I do. So I've been a single mom since 2010. I have, at the time, a 16 and 18-year-old. Now they're 25 and 26. And it was a little scary, well, a lot scary, to start over. And I found myself spinning around with really no direction. And I ended up buying a house, a big house, but it has an apartment. And I was comforted by the fact that I have a little rental income there, a 2-bedroom apartment that helps me with my mortgage. And I thought that would be enough between my teacher salary and that. But life happens. Teenagers get into fixes, and there's unexpected house repairs and car repairs and teacher strikes and all kinds of challenges. And it was necessary to have an extra stream of income or two along the way. So I've pretty much tried everything in my lifetime. You'd be surprised at some of the things I've done. Now, most people, you know, you wouldn't be surprised at bartending or being a cook, which I've done. But I also tried to do an ice cream truck one summer. That was not good. Some of the other things, I even did a hot dog cart. I've done childcare. I was an inventory taker. Worst job ever. Sorry, anybody.
Oh my God, I did that too when Kanan was little, when I was going through my divorce. That was a nightmare.
I would go in thinking it's going to be 6 hours. It would turn out to be 15, and it was. But that was, you know, me being resourceful. Anyway, once I was single, I also had that added challenge, and maybe this is where your head's at too. How do you earn extra money and still supervise your children and keep them out of trouble? You don't want to be out of the home, especially if your kids are teens or very young, because, you know, they need you there. And you don't want to be missing events. And I was torn. I was torn between what do you do? You know, what do you do when you need extra money, but you don't want to be away from home or missing sports and all kinds of other things, plus working for minimum wage at a retail store is probably all I would have been able to do. And after taxes, it just really wasn't gonna make any sense, you know? So I started searching for extra things to do. And I've narrowed it down to two types of businesses that maybe would work for you, and one might be a better fit than the other. But the first one is the gig economy. You might have heard that expression, or gig workers. At one point, when it was new here, I was a rideshare driver. I would use my car like a taxi, and I would drive people to where they needed to be. Everything was done from your phone, and it was good extra money, but it was so new, and a lot of people weren't using the service yet. And there was definitely pros and cons there. For me, I didn't live in a zone that was serviced, so I had to go to the zone, sit in a parking lot somewhere, and wait to see if rides came in. The nice thing was I could work when I wanted to, and I could fit it around my kids' schedule. The downside, it was unpredictable. As a woman, I didn't feel really safe doing it. And the only time to really earn good money was late night or early morning. And you don't know who you're getting in your car, you know. Could be, you never know. You got a lot of drunk people at 2 a.m. And plus, I'm not a night owl. I'm a morning person. So I found that wasn't a good job for me. But gig workers for rideshare right now, probably not the way to go. But other types of gig workers are delivery, delivering groceries, delivering from restaurants to home. And now more than ever, the demand is up. And they are for drivers. Some other pros and cons. Well, it is sociable. And at that time when I was a new mom, that was one of the things a new single mom, I should say. That was one of the things I needed. I was starting over. I didn't really have all my friends. They kind of stuck with him. So I was really starting over, socializing, and it was a way to get out there and meet people. And that was really nice, and it was filling up my day and giving me a purpose and a goal. And that was really, but rideshare wasn't for me. Recently, I have done the grocery end of the business. And my kids are older now, and I have more freedom to do that. But boy, is it busy. Today, the app went down. I think people broke it because there were so many people on. So I don't know if have you ever used a delivery service for groceries, Donna?
I haven't.
No. It's becoming very popular right now.
Yes, I know. And that's the challenge, as you're saying, right? Like even calling the grocery stores and trying to just have them do it and do a pickup. I mean, you can't even get an order in because they're so busy. And the same thing with you guys, whether it's shipped or what's the one the other one?
Is shipped delivering, not groceries, is it?
I think they do grocery. What's the one that you do? What's the other one?
Instacart.
Oh, Instacart is the other one that is so popular in our area. But again, the same thing. It's really hard right now because it is so busy, because people are utilizing that so that they can stay home. So yeah, it is a great thing right now as a way, if you're not making money, to hop on the whole gig economy thing, right? So I'm curious, of those of you who are listening and even on the replay, share with us your side gigs, because one of the things that we absolutely know for sure, yes, we're in a gig economy, and that looks like many things, and I've done many of them. Eileen has done many of them. And for years, plenty of single moms have been the masters of side hustle out of financial necessity. So if you've done some things, even if they're very different than some of the stuff that we've talked about, share what those things are to help give us some ideas, add to the conversation, give some other moms ideas and ways to support themselves, whether it's now or they can start putting it in their plan so that they can, because most of us, whether we're still working now or not, we're living paycheck to paycheck. We're realizing we don't have enough money saved in the event of a crisis like this. And then we start with the whole what if. So it is super critical to start having those other options where you can either pick up or continue to build for your future, even on a part-time flexible basis, like what Eileen is sharing with us. So share with us what your ideas are. Okay, Eileen, back to you. Oh, Karen's saying I just started a paper route. Yes, I actually, one of my clients had her and her husband, both their kids were, I'll say grade school, and her and her husband both had a separate paper route. They would get up at the ungodly hour of the morning, do a paper route before they went to their full-time job, and they did that to pay for their kids' private schooling. So what are your goals? What are your dreams? What are the things you really want right now that you can't afford? And what can you do on the side to make that happen? There's lots of things. Back to you, Eileen.
Right, yeah. Motivation too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, could be necessity, but it also really, you know, maybe you want to think this not going to have that money, or right now, you know, very real reality could be that it's, you know what, we need to get some food, so we need to make some money. The nice thing about it is I was able to, I stopped, I did it for about 1.5 years, and I stopped for 3 months. I never deactivated my account, and I picked it right up again now that the need and the demand was there. So you can work as much or as little as you want to. Nobody's gonna, you know, you're your own boss, which is nice.
Uh-huh.
You know, Donna, are you?
What?
Are you good? I thought you had a remark.
No.
Okay. So I listed some of the pros and cons, but just so you know, everything's done through your phone. So you don't handle money at all. You don't put any of your personal money onto a card and then get it back from her. That's not how it works. If that's the way it was, I wouldn't do it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you receive an order or several orders, and you can choose which ones you want to do. You can see how much it's going to be, how much of a tip they're offering, and the mileage. And the mileage is key because sometimes it's not worth it. It's only $18 and you have to drive 20 miles to get there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really. So you can preview all of those things, and you can also see what they're ordering.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do that. And that's totally your own boss, and you can do what you want, which is nice. It's flexible, right?
Yeah.
The other thing is tax deductions. For this, I deduct mileage. So I use an app to track my mileage. And I also deduct my cell phone bill because my phone. So the tax deductions are really nice at the end of the year when you're tallying all that up.
Mm-hmm.
You do get I always confuse it, a 1099 or 1098? I don't know.
A 99.
Factor. 1099. And so you do have to put aside a little for taxes so you don't get squashed in the end. But you keep track of your mileage, and it kind of balances out depending on what that comes out to be. You can get paid daily if you want to. So like today, for instance, I did a huge order. And the part that the company pays you and the tip are separated. The part that the company pays you, if you really need money, you can cash out that day and it's immediately available in your bank account, which is really nice. You know, if you're in a pinch and you have a bill to pay, it's just a nice way to work it. The tip they don't include in that day cash out because customers have a few days to adjust the tip, and that could end up changing. So other ways of making money, you can get referrals. So if you refer somebody else to become an expert and they complete a certain amount of orders, you get a cash referral bonus, which varies according to where you live and what the demand is. So like 2 days ago, it $375. It's $255. I don't know why it went down and not up.
Oh my goodness. So for all of you who are listening to this on the replay, if you are interested in doing some of this side gig stuff like Eileen is describing, PM her on Facebook at Eileen Healey and get her referral code so that you both benefit. Let's share in the profits.
Right? Okay. Let's see. I went over some of the pluses. There are a few cons in the deal. So the pros, but the cons, it's unpredictable. You do have to be selective about what you take. You do have wear on your car. You need to track your mileage, and you also do have a background check. So with the gig economy, they owe a background check. Now they've expedited that right now because we are in a crisis situation. And they also set it up so you can get an electronic credit card. So a customer pays with their card. As you shop, you scan, and it gets loaded onto your prepaid company card. And that's what you check out with. So it's very interesting. It's very well designed. So that's the whole gig economy as I've done it. Now, there's also restaurant delivery. I haven't tried that personally yet, but I know a lot of people do several of these gig worker jobs. And when one's not coming in, they switch their app and go on the other app to see if there's any jobs for that. So, you know, I would say if I had little children at home at this time, I wouldn't do this. But I'm here by myself, and, you know, it is a little risky, but I'm being diligent with wiping the carts and wiping my hands, you know, but if you are putting yourself at risk, you're making yourself an essential worker right now. You know?
Right. And by you doing that, by a few people doing it, it's still cutting down on the number of people in the store, especially if we think about the single mom lifestyle. The worst thing you want to be doing right now is getting your kids in the car and taking them shopping. That is not where they need to be. They don't need to be touching anything. They don't need to be around other people. You don't either, because you can't afford to be sick, because who's going to take care of your little kids? It was one of my biggest fears always as a sole parent. If I get sick, what's going to happen to my kids? I mean, legit sick. Like, one thing to be laying out on the floor, just vomiting or something in your own home. But when you have pneumonia, and you have first of all, nobody wants to come in and take care of your ass when you're sick. Because they don't want it either, right? So, and the older we get, the more susceptible we are to it, because that means the more underlying, statistically speaking, the older we get, the more underlying conditions we have that makes you more vulnerable. So they're not taking you at the hospital. So you can't afford to be out running around. So the fewer of us that have no underlying conditions, are healthy, don't have littles, don't have old people living with us, we're the ones that make more sense to be out there. Now, if your kids are going with your family for the weekend or a day or two or whatever, and you can go out, and as Eileen is saying, this is your opportunity to, again, protect yourself, be smart, use masks, you know, do things to, you know, your Clorox wipes and your alcohol, and be diligent so you're not bringing it home to your kids. But listen, if you really have to make money right now, then go do that.
And some families, both the mom and dad are doing too.
Yeah.
Mom, you're a part of a couple, one of you could go out and take advantage of making this money, which is good right now. The tips are really nice. People are very appreciative.
Yeah.
And don't go inside anybody's house.
Right.
Mm-hmm. No.
Ever.
So,
right.
leave things at the door.
Yeah.
And they've been told, and if they try to come out and help, they've been told to allow put the groceries down.
Yeah.
And then get it.
Yeah.
If they don't do that, I remind them.
Yeah, and again, it's safety on many levels when you're working in the gig economy, where you're working with, again, uncertainty. Yeah. So anyway, So what else you have for us?
So one last mention on that one, though, just so you know, it is not an option to bring anybody with you when you're driving for a ride share or when you're doing delivery drive. You can't have your kids with you. You can't co-shop with a spouse unless you are both employed by the company.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an application process that's very quick and easy.
Mm-hmm.
I do referral code, so if you
when we're done, drop it. I want you to drop the link in the thread when we're done.
you could do that, or you could private message me on Facebook. I'm Eileen G. Healey, and look me up that way. So if you want to give it a try, doesn't cost you anything to start. They do the background check, run your information. Once you get approval, you're ready to go. So it could just take a couple of days, and then you'd be on your way to making some money. So I hope that helps. That was the first offering I have out there to just help you think outside the box a little bit.
Yeah. And I know many have thought about it, and because maybe they didn't know anyone that was doing it,
Right.
you've really helped bring some clarity to that. So I know you do other stuff too. Who has to utilize Instacart? Oh, Sarah's saying thank you for being a shopper because she uses it, and thinking about even that, those who either don't have cars, and can't use the public transportation or don't feel safe using the public transportation right now or have health issues, you're really serving a critical role.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I feel an obligation when I see these orders coming in on my phone.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I wasn't going to do one more. I was going to have dinner, and then the orders kept coming in. So I was like, all right, I'll do one more.
Yeah.
And I went out and did one more. I just feel bad having people waiting.
Yeah.
Having jobs go unanswered. So we do need shoppers because there are jobs that are being canceled and reassigned for the next day. So there's definitely a need for you if you're interested.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Moving on to my number 2 side gig. So right around the time, little after I became a single mom, I really wanted to get my act together, both inside and out. I was pushing 200 pounds. I was like a tight 14 pants. I really wasn't feeling great about myself. I wasn't healthy. I just was not in a good place. I needed to start setting goals and finding a purpose, and that put it out there on Facebook that, if anybody knows of anything where I can get out, socialize, and blah, blah, and make a little extra money on the side, please message me, and right away, an old high school friend introduced me to a network marketing company in health and wellness. Now, network marketing is also called direct sales, and it's also called MLM, multi-level marketing. It's all basically the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people that do this. I especially know a lot of teachers that do network marketing on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I am with a health and wellness company, skincare, weight loss, nutrition, and it all just came together for me because it's everything I needed all at once. And I also created a network of friends that supported, inspired me, and encouraged me to set goals. And being part of a team is just a good feeling of belonging. So if you're a single mom or if you're anybody who is just looking for some socialization and a feeling of purpose, you need some positivity in your life. Plus, you can get healthy and also make a little money on the side. It's really a win-win. And over the years, the company became different things to me at different times. But that feeling of purpose, sense of community was what I needed. And then I started with Donna a year and a half ago. I really decided to go full speed ahead, and go, you know. Um, I'm going to be retiring hopefully in 2 years, maybe 3, but hopefully 2. And that's my goal. That's what's driving. And I would like this network marketing company to become my full-time gig and supplemental income for retirement. So that's what's driving me at this point. I'm seeing retirement hanging in the wind there, and it's coming quick. But stay-at-home moms, perfect job for stay-at-home moms. Somebody who can't get up and around, if you are at home and you maybe you're on disability, maybe you're retired, it's perfect because you don't even have to leave your house in order to do it. You can do primarily work on social media or on your phone, and it's flexible. You can work around your schedule. So what do you? Basically, your job as a network marketer is to bring in customers and bring in distributors and create a team. And all those things are rewarded with financial gains of different types. It's the cheapest way to get your own business.
Yes.
With a ton of money. Startups are very low. Like right now, our company's really trying to help people get started, and we're offering a half price sign up. So normally it's $99. It includes a bunch of product, and I can only speak to my company, and that's what we're offering. But now $49, you're getting over $100 worth of product that you can sell for cash and double investment.
Yeah.
So a great option, because you don't have to leave your house and you can comply with the stay-at-home orders and still make some money.
And I love too, Eileen, that you're really hitting on something that is so critical, especially right now, and that is the social aspect of it, and the having a purpose, a reason to get up, a reason to move, that opportunity to be engaged and to be in a positive environment. Because, you know, I've done several direct sales and MLMs over my 30 years of being in the adult MLM working space. And if there's no better place than to be around a bunch of positive people, forward thinking, growth oriented, goal focused. You need some of that shit in your life, join an MLM. If for nothing else, to get a discount on the product to use for yourself. So find one that aligns with you, what you can use, the things that you love, that you would love sharing with others. But for nothing else, to be in a space where you can get that level of support is such a good point.
Yeah, it's indescribable how that makes you just feel safe and inspired all at the same time.
Yes, because when you're in a space of belonging, because people are encouraging, because they want you to do better, be better, and you have all of those common threads in what, yes, we feel a lot of safety and security in that. Absolutely.
And I also take comfort in the fact that I have been taking such good, healthy nutrition that my immune system is getting what it needs, and it has been for a long time.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have like my healthy armor on.
And you do. And I absolutely know that is true, because I've seen it in my own personal growth. And I know I've shared this with you before, but I'm going to say it again publicly, because those that don't know you from, say, 2 years ago or 5 years ago, or when you first started working on being healthier, I mean, I've seen you in the last year literally age backwards. You know, I mean, everything about you is just, it does. It just radiates. You, and I know you know that too now, because you're looking at pictures and seeing yourself, you know. So Yeah. So there's a lot to be said about doing the growth work, doing
Right.
things that are healthy for your body, um, and practicing gratitude and positivity. So
Right. It'll make you more confident, and confidence is,
you broke up. Say it again.
it all comes together to create more confidence.
It does. When we feel more confident, we feel more confidence and we're going to execute. Yes.
Is Confidence is the sexiest outfit you can wear.
Amen, sister.
Oh, so I used to be kind of shy.
You did.
I was always shy. This really brought me out of my shell, and it's a win-win
Yeah.
in every direction, and I highly recommend it. And if you see at my paper, the list of pros and cons, the cons is very tiny for being in network marketing because the risk is so low.
Yeah.
If you try it and you find it's not for you, there's no penalty. You just don't do it anymore. And what did you do? You spent like a little money and you got some products.
Yeah.
But try it and it works out and you work hard and you're consistent, then it could be unlimited income. There's no cap on what you can make.
Mhm.
And I know plenty of people who have left their full-time job and they do this full-time. And
Oh, yes. Yeah. People make millions. I mean, yeah.
30 is to make not a good story.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
it could be 5 years and I could match and exceed that, you know? So it's a win in all aspects.
All right.
But
So put on some of those pros.
so some of the pros, unlimited earning potential. You have an inspirational community around to support you. We also have a team support. Most network marketers have a group page on Facebook and team activity. So if you ever have a question or you want to brag about something great, there's people there to encourage you. There's product bonuses. You get discounts, bonuses. You can be your own boss, make your own hours, very flexible, and you can work it from home or your phone. Now, some people do, when we're not under a stay-at-home order, I've also done pop-up shops and vendor fairs or home. When we get normal living, that face-to-face activity is also an option.
Mhm.
You can actually will your business to your family. Once you reach a certain rank and you're making a certain income level, you can will it to a family member to take it over in the, horrible fact that if something ever happened to you.
Just like a traditional business. That's awesome.
It's a business, but you know what? You don't have to develop your products. You don't have to do the packaging and the testing, and you don't need a store.
Mhm.
And you don't even really have to carry products
Mhm.
because it's shipped directly to the customer, you know?
Mhm.
So it really is very, very affordable to try. Most companies offer you a replicated website, so you don't have to develop your own website. And you can use social media to just share things with people, share how you use products in your own life. And that's basically what you're doing. So a lot of people think, oh, I'm not a salesperson. I'm a teacher. It kind of, in my interpretation, I try, I learn, and I share. And that's basically what I'm doing. They call it social selling,
Mhm.
that people use these days. There's a system in place to follow, and there's also training available. We have company calls twice a week, which is, a live video, and there's lots of other training and power within our team. So, no matter what company you're with, that's definitely pretty common throughout. Residual income, you may get to a point where you really don't have to try so hard and you're still going to have supplemental income because you've trained other people
Mm-hmm.
to build teams, and you make money, not only your own sales, but the sale of your team. So that's pretty sweet deal, right?
Yeah, and that is really the beauty of, I mean, the dream is to have that residual income or passive income. So, in MLM, direct marketing, they call it residual income. And I will tell you that, after I went through my divorce, that was one of the things that helped save me was residual income from the company that I was working in. Because I had a little money coming in the meantime while I was trying to figure out what I was going to do to survive. So residual income is really where it's at. In the coaching field, where I am, you've got two choices basically. You can every day generate money because with clients, just like in MLM, every day you can just sell product, or in MLM you can recruit other people to do the same thing, and then you get a piece of that business. Or like in the coaching business, my passive income or residual income is coming from selling online courses that people can just buy where I don't have to be present. And that's an aspect of my business that I need to grow because, again, like when we're on vacation or when we're sick or when we're working our full-time jobs or whatever, it's nice to have that income coming in, just like people that invest money and live off of their investments, and so this is a different way of seeing it in the same light, I guess I'm saying. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And one other plus, there are no background checks.
Say it again. You broke up.
There's a background check to become a network marketer. So anybody, I mean,
shit happens. Yeah.
People have got up and they have a black mark on their record, and that just makes it a roadblock for them. Most traditional jobs.
Yeah.
And here's your own boss, and nobody's judging you. And forgiveness is there because you want to work on yourself and improve. This is the atmosphere that you will thrive in, and it's really, it's definitely a nice relief for some people who may not be able to get a traditional job because they have something in their background.
That's such a good point. Yeah.
I feel as if I should probably mention some of the cons, but they're not really cons. They're more about self-discipline, I guess. It requires consistency, commitment.
Say it again. Consistency and commitment.
Commitment, hard work. I mean, it's simple, but you do have to stay focused. And I think that was my biggest problem for several years is that I'd work real hard for a week or two, and then life would, and a month would go by, and I would lose, and I'd be like, step forward, steps back, and if you're consistent, even if it's only an hour a day to set aside time, get up an hour earlier or half hour in the morning, half hour at night, but if you invest at least an hour a day consistently, you will grow your, and the more time you invest, the bigger and faster it will, common sense, right? So it might take a little bit longer than doing a gig economy business, because, but you also can't do that forever.
Right.
How long I mean, it's not the most glamorous thing to be lugging around grocery bags and delivering people. I don't, see myself doing that for a long period. This could be a lifetime gig, This is the hustle that you can grow with and grow too, it's just gonna be a great experience. Now, I don't want to just feature my company. You need to know that in network marketing, there's so many options, and you need to find something you're passionate about. For me, this was on my radar, but makeup, nails, and I know people.
Oils, don't forget essential oils
on my list. So you have so many things. Tote bags. What else? There's so much.
There are so many. It's limitless. It is totally limitless. Oh, CBD oil. There's all kinds of things in the health and wellness space.
Clothing lines.
Clothing. That's right. Don't forget our leggings.
Yep, yep. You got to get those leggings. Yeah, there's just so much out there, and if you can,
And jewelry. What's that really expensive one that I love so much? But yeah, and there's so many things. So many.
So where's your passion? What what interests you? You're going to enjoy it and be more invested in it if it's something that you're passionate about.
Right.
And people start as a customer just to see if it's something they can get behind.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool too, you know. But right now, if you need an income, and you certainly have the time because you can't leave your house, you know, give it a try. Our company right now is doing 2 live videos a day, one at noon and one at 8, and every one of them is different. It's interviews with people telling distributors, people who have built their life with the company and built an income, and just exploring different types of people and different ways that network marketing shaped their life.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a link for that. Again, if you want to reach out, and health and wellness and skincare and weight loss is on your radar, certainly reach out to me at Eileen G. Healey Facebook, and I can give you that link. I'm also on LinkedIn and Instagram. You can find me basically anywhere. I'm all over the place. But really, you know, I'd like to get you started, and right now it's half price till the end of the month. So it's
Yeah, which is literally 3 more days. So so get on that if you guys are interested in exploring that. Eileen, some others have shared some of the stuff that they're doing. Oops, I moved that. So Cindy Mitchell is doing makeup. We know she does Mary Kay. Heather Burke, who's one of our founding members, does Young Living Essential Oils. Kim Harrington has her own biz that's really busy. And again, that's the thing. A side gig doesn't have to be an MLM or another company like doing a delivery service or something else. Listen, Kim, I'm going to use you as an example right now. So, and both of us, right? So you don't have to go sign up for something else. You could literally sit in your living room right now or your kitchen, like Eileen and I are. You all have skills and knowledge that somebody else wants to know. Are you familiar with YouTube? People make gazillions of dollars on YouTube teaching people how to freaking paint a house. So, or how to do their makeup, or how to cut their toenails. I mean, stupid shit. All right, you're getting my point. So, if you have a real talent, then you can actually teach people, and you can set up your own Facebook page and just start talking about it, talking about what you're doing in your own life, talking about, I mean, even photography, right? You don't even have to leave your house for any of this stuff, but you could go outside, show people how to take a picture. I mean, there's so many things, the right equipment. I mean, a bazillion things. If Eileen really wanted to right now, again, add another third or fourth income, she could sit at home with all her beads and jewelry, which she got rid of, and or start crafting or whatever it is, and show people how to make them. So when I first got on, I don't know if you guys know what Periscope is, but it was where a lot of people in the coaching, consulting, healing space really started making their mega dollars because they were just going on similar to Facebook Live, but using the Periscope app and just talking about their life and the things they were doing. And I saw people that were making jewelry at home, literally sitting there making it, displaying it on Periscope and telling people how to buy it from them. So there's an unlimited opportunity. And if you caught some of the experts that we did a couple of days ago, you would have heard other ways as well. So, but Kim Harrington was mentioning in a comment that she teaches Reiki in person and online. Well, obviously online right now, but that's the point, right? Like, so she's a pet doula, and she could do pet Reiki and human Reiki. And right now, her online services helping people with anxiety is super busy. So whatever your skills or knowledge are, you could take a training class right now, and while you have the time sitting at home, all kinds of universities, whether you're going to Coursera, or I posted something on the Adopt a Single Mom page the other day that someone had shared, another one where these are top universities offering free classes. Go on YouTube, learn something new, but you can get certifications in almost anything right now, and start teaching other people. So you'll be making more than minimum wage sitting in your living room. So anyway, so what else was shared as I rattle on here? So we saw Carrie's comment about doing paper delivery. And again, with that, you don't have to interact with anybody. You're touching a newspaper. That's it. What else? I think those were all the things that were shared. Did I miss somebody? I don't think so. So lots and lots of ideas. So again, share if you guys have done something in the past or are currently doing a cool side gig. Share with us what that is, so we can give you a high five and learn from you. Eileen, I didn't realize that you did an ice cream truck. So did you know that I did too?
Did you really?
5 years.
Spirits.
See, and when you said that, I was like, we are so funny. We've done so many of the same things and didn't even know it. So yes, I actually bought an ice cream truck when Kanan was, I'll say 15. So it was when I had Lucas, before Lucas passed away. And there was 2 reasons why we did that. One, because I had lost my job and I needed a side gig. And so this was the year before Kanan got his driver's license. So my mad thought, well, he and I collectively, was we're going to buy this ice cream truck. And first year, because, you know, I have the business skill set. And first year, we're going to get a system to run the business, and it will be his summer job so he can earn money, learn some entrepreneurship. And so when he comes home from college and whatever, right? Well, that did not work out. I do not make a good boss for my son. That's for damn sure. So we hated each other. He quit. And yeah, because, you know, but I didn't. And it brought me so much joy seeing, and Lucas would go with me in the truck with his oxygen and his feeding and all of this shit, because this is what we had to do. And but I loved it because it was bringing kids joy. There was not, at that point, I needed every moment that I could to like see somebody happy, you know?
Right.
And but what happened? So then we still had it after Lucas passed away. And that honestly, that ice cream business is what helped pay for Kanan's college. You know, he went into early entrance program. And so all he got were scholarships and no loans because he was dual enrolled. So that helped pay for his first 2 semesters. So say it again.
It was worth it.
It was totally worth it. And you know, when I decided to sell the business, and I know you'll appreciate this, because as I got more into my own health and my own growth, and I cut out sugar and I cut out all the whites, and I realized that part of the challenges that we face, that our kids face around their health issues, their mental health issues, their physical issues, was around their diet. And I just, and I no longer I just felt I could not be contributing to that.
I see that.
So, so I sold it because it just wasn't aligning with me, even though it was good part-time money. Obviously, it was very seasonal, and I was still doing my coaching business, and I was working another job at the same time. So it wasn't aligning with my coaching and what I really believed to be good and true, and so I sold it.
Right.
And yeah, so that was good. That's so funny though that we did that.
I think it's down to being resourceful and following your passion, but also not being afraid to try it. You know, what's
Yeah.
the worst that can happen if you try it and it doesn't work out? I'm sure you learn something from it.
Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Kim Harrington, thank you. Udemy is an awesome one for certifications and learning new information. So I want to encourage everyone that's hearing this. Don't sit around right now scrolling on Facebook and worrying about what's going to happen. This is the most opportunistic time right now to step into a new opportunity, to reinvent yourself, to keep building on your own positive and personal and professional growth. So use this time. There's, especially now, all kinds of companies, even as Eileen is describing, at 50% off to get involved. Everybody is giving breaks right now. I'm going to be doing them. I don't know if I'm going to post it tomorrow or Monday, but I mean, I'm even giving breaks on my coaching for my past clients and new people that, just as Kim is saying, right now, people really need what we're doing. And because I'm not doing stuff out in the community, I have more time in my schedule to do that. So I'm going to be doing that so that I can support, you know, those who need the support, but also obviously don't need to work with me for 3 months or a year, just need something to take the edge off or to get focused or clarity around something that they need to do, and to get the tools to, you know, heal the stuff that's going on right now. So lots and lots of opportunities. So figure out what you want. As Eileen said, what's something you're passionate about? Do the research. Eileen, can we talk about your mindful marketing group?
Yeah, if you like, sure.
Well, I just think because, you know, you share so much positivity and you share tools in there around, you know, building a business, particularly a network marketing business. And so Eileen has a Facebook group that is private for called Mindful Marketing. So if you're curious about stepping into a direct sales, or you're in one and you want another support system, you're interested in getting in the health and wellness space, just message her and ask to be added to her Mindful Marketing group. So
I think you probably have to friends with you. Give me a friend request.
Okay.
To be added. If we're not friends, I can't add you to a group. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But yeah, a lot of what I share in there is ideas and tips about how to use social media for marketing, and how to do it in a way that you're not being annoying and spammy.
Yeah, because we don't want that.
Or your products themselves, but you can still market online
And
value. You know?
Yeah, and I think you do that. All right, I feel, well, you know, we're just going to keep talking. So I think you do that in a wonderful way, because again, you're in the health and wellness space. You're really much into nutrition, and I love that. And you do this on your Facebook page. But even when you're sharing like your new recipes, you're talking about, you know, the benefits of that, and it's a great way to introduce your products because you're putting that into a real practical message. So again, talking about how do you promote yourself on social media without being spammy or salesy, because nobody wants to be sold anything right now for sure, right? But they want to be helped. So how do we, you know, use our services and our talents and our knowledge right now to actually be of service, which is what we should be all the time anyway, so that, I think that's our alarm up. So that we can support others and support ourselves at the same time. So it's a win for everybody. All right, Eileen, closing thoughts, anything that you want to offer, add, or anything before we get off?
I just want to encourage people to turn to the news and try to take control of. It's very easy to get wrapped up in what's going on, and there's a lot of fear involved in what's being said. You know, watch what you need to, but turn it off and Get out there and do things that you wouldn't normally have the time to do. You know, where you said, I'm too busy, I can't do that, I don't have time. Well, make a list of those things and start knocking off your list. I mean, who knows how long it's going to be. And if you're still earning an income, great. Do things that are fun that you don't normally have time to do. You know, learn an instrument, read a book, you know, any of that stuff. It's all valid and it's important for self-development. And I honestly, in my heart, think that this happened as a reminder to us as a society to slow down, start appreciating your relationship with people again. But now, you know, all we were doing was complaining about, oh, it's Monday again, I have to work, and thank God it's Friday, and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And you know what? Now everybody misses their job and their coworkers, and the kids are missing their teachers. And I just think everybody's going to appreciate each other more. We might not shake hands anymore.
Yeah, we will have broken that habit by the end of this.
I think that's done. But, you know, appreciate each other and take this opportunity and look at it in a positive light, because you can wrap yourself up in negativity or take control and turn it into a positive. And I think that's important. And speaking of hands, I'm going to shamefully drop a little tidbit. Rumor has it our company's coming out with a hand sanitizer within the next week and a half to 2 weeks, which is
thank God we need more of that.
It's alcohol-based and it's good for your skin.
Awesome.
So, because I don't know about you, but my hands are so dry from all this hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
And I have about this much left, and there's none to be had in the stores.
Yep.
So, shameful, I know, but had to do it.
It is good to know. We need to know where all of those resources are, because you're right. It is challenging to find the necessary things that we need right now. Yeah. So,
But
Eileen, you are awesome. Thank you so much for sharing all of this and a little peek into your life. And I think that's it. Thanks everybody for showing up today in the middle of your rainy Saturday. And we'll see you next time. Oh, I want to say for anybody that makes it to the end on the replay, tomorrow at 3 o'clock tomorrow, on the Adopt a Single Mom Facebook page, we have a mom chat. So it'll be me interviewing and chatting it up with 3 of our working single moms who are members of the Adopt a Single Mom Project, just talking about life, being at home, working, schooling kids, all the shit that moms are having to deal with right now. So it was a not to be missed chat. So it's 3 o'clock tomorrow. I'll be sharing that. It is in the events on our page tomorrow. You can click going and you'll get the reminders. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
thank you. Bye.